Oh, God, it's way harder than I thought. So today, with these matters of the heart regarding divorce real estate, the reason I got into this industry because of my own childhood of going through divorce 7 times between my parents' marriages and divorces. I've always loved real estate. I'm fascinated by homes, but it was the divorce aspect after going through my own divorce that I said, if I'm going to get into real estate, the only way I'm doing it is if I help other people, because you don't know what you don't know, right? And I learned a lot about not only this process of what happens through divorce, but about myself and who I was, which I think is key when you are going through a divorce. You're always trying to reinvent a new and better you. And in order to do that, you have to take a look at the hard things. And when you take a look at the hard things, in my opinion, you often feel as though you're a failure because you had to go through something really difficult that brought you to where you are today. But the reason that I do what I do is because of my childhood, because of my own divorce. I vowed that I would never do what my parents did that hurt me. I have 3 children, and working through processing divorce was so terrifying and emotional and fear-based, 100%. And I always say that fear is false evidence appearing real. I am queen, and I admit it, of telling stories to myself that aren't true, or the what ifs. And so I was fearful about the what ifs after being a stay-at-home mom for 12 years. Where am I going to live, and how am I going to support them, and is this the right decision, and am I going to hurt them? And your brain just kind of takes over, and you're in this overdrive. I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I was sick to my stomach. It was terrifying. And I never want another person who I work with to feel the feelings that I felt. I know at some point you're going to go through these emotions, but the reason I do what I do in divorce real estate is not just to sell your home. It's not about that. And I always say the bits and pieces of the mechanics and this professionalism of this industry is, yes, do you need to sell your home? Yes. Can you keep it? Can you buy it your spouse? There's all of that. But there's this other piece to this that I feel like I bring to the table, as I've been told, a piece of inspiration. And I think the reason is because I've had a long journey getting to where I'm at today. Okay, I just need to be really real here for a second. I had to cut like 4 times because I'm bawling my eyes out because this is harder than I thought it would be. I think you should share that piece of it. This is way harder to talk about than what I thought, because obviously divorce causes pain in all different levels. But the reason I do what I do about matters of the heart with divorce and helping divorcing couples is because it means the world to me to help another person be knowledgeable and informed and not feel like they're just spinning out of control, not knowing which direction that they're going and how is this going to end. Because at the end of the day, we all have a choice, and the choice is to choose how we react to things. Bad things happen all the time, and I made the choice and continue to try. I'm not the best to make the choices in my life about my past and where it's brought me today to see the bright side of it, and what can I gain from the things that I've been through as a child of divorce, and how I can give back to you, because that's really what I want to do at the end of the day. I want to help you be knowledgeable and inspired and empowered, and knowing that this does not identify you as who you are today. This doesn't define you. This is just a glimpse in your life that's leading you to the next path that's going to take you somewhere that could be absolutely amazing if you allow it to be. And the way you choose to react to things that are going on is the outcome that you're going to get. You have to ask yourself hard questions, and sometimes it's just better to be silent. There is power in silence. I say that all the time. I learned it from my current husband, and I've always been the one to go, I have to say something back. Oftentimes it's really not. Like, take 24 hours, think about what you're feeling and write things down, and really dig deep into who you are and what's transpiring in your life that can lead you to the next level. I know going through divorce that I felt just bombarded with questions and where and am I going and how is this going to work? And those are all valid, and you have every right to feel the way that you feel. It's when we spiral out of control that I try very hard to rein in those feelings for my clients by example and showing them and telling them what I went through and how I was able to overcome a very awful divorce. And through that, you learn things about yourself that sometimes are really hard to look at. And the only way to change the trajectory of the future is to think about who you are today and where you want to be and take ownership, and rather than be a victim, which I choose that 100 times over. So I think what makes my clients and who are my friends to be successful in going through this journey alone is that they do have someone they can talk to like me, who understands, who resonates, who inspires them, to let them know that this is just a blimp in your life that's going to lead you somewhere that could be amazing. You have no idea what is on the other side, and you shouldn't try to figure it out. Stay in the present moment, take care of yourself, be with your children, and if you have them, and do things for you that you need to fulfill you, because you're no good to anyone else unless you love yourself. So everything, in my opinion, starts with self, and I really try to exhibit this with my friends and the people that I work with, so they can understand that, even though this is a horrific thing you're going through, you're moving towards something that could be spectacular. And there might be a tiny light of hope, and maybe it's me who gives it to you, maybe it's someone else. It's there. You get on the other side and you look back and you're like, wow, that was horrible. How did I even make it through this? I can't even believe that I'm where I'm at. But you did, and you are, and you continue to better yourself because you choose to better yourself and look at a life as something that it's happening to you. You're not doing life, it's doing you. And you have to learn to react to those things that happen the best possible way. I also want to share that being a single mom is very difficult. You have a lot of guilt that you carry, but it's also a gift. It's a gift. I have to say that again. Shit. So being a single mom is very difficult, but you have a gift to give your children. And we tried to tape this earlier and I bawled my eyes out again because it's just reaches your heart. It's matters of the heart. And I choose to believe that even though you've been through this experience, whether it was easy or difficult, or no matter what the case may be, this gift is important if you see it that way, because you have an opportunity to show your children that you are resilient, you are independent, you are strong, and that you can take on anything and persevere through it and make it out okay. And they're watching you. They're watching everything that you do, everything that you say, and we mess up. I mess up all the time. But this gift to give them the single parenting is showing them so many things that they wouldn't see normally if you had stayed in that marriage. Or maybe it's a situation where they get to see you fall in love with somebody and see what true love is really like, the way you're supposed to be treated, the way you want them to be treated. No matter what the case may be, this is a gift. It also brings sadness and pain and things as well, but you can turn those around and work through those, and life is full of sadness and pain, but it's how you react to them. So I think of divorce is something that you work through to get to the other side, to find out who you are. And you need somebody on your team who's there for you, because a lot of people have nobody. 16-year marriage that ended with 3 beautiful children that I have. And then a renewed life that came after that several years later, where I get to marry the man of my dreams and show my children a whole different story. And they get to be on their father's side and see a whole different story over there. 2 lives that were together are now separated with 2 separate beings, that they have an opportunity to see things that not all households are the same. Not things are easy, and we can all work through them together. And we make mistakes and we pick up and we start over. But these are the things, these matters of the heart are the things that mean the most to me, that I share with my people, my clients, my friends, because I don't want divorce real estate to be just about, hey, you're divorcing, we need to sell your home. That's not how I look at it. It's not how I've ever looked at it, and I never will, because I want to be there for you during all of these times. So I felt it was important to share my story, to make it through without crying, because I have several times. So you can be empowered and inspired to know that you're going to be okay. That's all I got.